Have we really suffered from apex seal failure already at 3,000 miles? Or maybe the answer is simply not what I expected. So we've just been driving back and I think the car's just broke. It's just misfired, like massively coming off of a roundabout.
But the engine light was flashing and it's gone.
What do we do? Just get home safe? Or do I call my dad to come with the code? I mean, the engine light's gone off.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it's really bouncing everywhere, isn't it?
That's doing what it used to do.
Yeah, but probably worse. What the fuck? We were just having like a really good time home. Like, obviously we weren't recording it, so basically we haven't recorded anything because it's Chloe's birthday. I'm gonna put my hazards on just in case anybody else comes in. But it's been Chloe's birthday. We're like, oh well, I'm not gonna record today. We'll just have a nice chill drive out. We had a very nice drive back. Chloe might say otherwise because she felt very travel sick. And yeah, everything was fine, and we literally just came off a roundabout, not even at speed then. And I just started putting my foot down as we came straight, and it just,
Look, it's doing that again. You know what you pointed out last time?
Let me just turn it, hang on, let me just turn all the accessories off. Because basically last time, when all the electrics were on, it couldn't idle properly. I mean, it's not as bad. Let me just make sure something stupid's not happening. We're not like leaking anything. I'll just have a quick check before we set off. I think that's definitely for the best. I'm gonna put my lights back on though so nobody fucking rear ends us. Wait a sec.
Hello. As I say, it's my birthday. Merry birthmas to me. When he says he was driving, like having fun, he was.
It smells like it's running really rich. Like it smells really like fuel rich. Let me just take a look, make sure nothing's come loose.
Okay. Yeah, as I said, he was like doing. He was doing the windy roads. There he is. And after we've just been out for a meal as well, so the stomach was not settled.
Let's just do this real quick.
Engine light's not on?
No.
No?
Let's just try it again.
It sounds like it's idling better than it was.
Yeah. Let me just. No engine light. That's fucking weird, that. Oh shit, I was accidentally sending a voice message to me dad. I'm going to text him to get the code reader out. We can code read it when we get in.
Yeah. It never ends. It never ever ends.
Weird. I don't know what's going on there. That was very strange. Well, there'll be an update in about 2 seconds for you guys. We need to drive home. I think we're going to drive home a bit careful. Or maybe, because there's another roundabout down there in the 60.
Yeah.
It might be worth just doing a second gear pull and seeing if it misfires, because it might be misfiring at like 7,000 RPM.
Yeah, maybe.
To be fair, the fuel trims, I've actually been meaning to do it. I haven't checked the fuel trims, and basically with the Bridgeport after tune, you're meant to check it probably every 500 miles, and I haven't checked the long-term fuel trims. So it could be that something's just going a little bit out of whack and it's just enough to trigger that engine light in that scenario that we just had.
Yeah.
But with it being a flashing engine light though, that's more concerning than it being a solid one, because flashing is obviously, that's your misfires and
unless it just flashes to warn
like
you
that.
for a minute.
Yeah.
And then.
But that was very strange. Yeah. I don't really know what to say to that. I was not expecting that. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll get a pull away going up here anyways. I'm just going to avoid whatever the hell that is in the road. And let's just see.
I have filmed this on the wrong settings because I was panicked.
No, it's fine, it's fine. let's get it home safely. We'll just take it easy home.
We'll see what it does on the roundabout up here.
Yeah, let's see what it does up here. That's a good shout, actually. To be fair, we'll do the second roundabout because that was a, you know, a right-hander one. So maybe fueling issue, but I don't know. That was odd, that. But it smelt rich when we stopped there. I'll do it in third gear. This one, just to see if... Obviously it's not going to go as higher RPMs, but... We only got to about 4,000 RPM coming off that roundabout then. Like, it's not even like we got far. Like I say, you guys can see there's nothing wrong with obviously it's a bit cooler now because it's night time and we're just cruising. But I mean, it's 65 oil temp, obviously don't really want to be hooning it at that for obvious reasons. Again, 78, 77 on coolant, oil pressure 4.3, everything's fine for cruising. And I didn't see any of that go out of whack because I took a look down, nothing alarm pinged or anything like that for any of the alarms or anything being too high. Very, very odd. I'll tell you what though, that was a good spot, being able to see that engine light as we were coming round the roundabout as well.
I know, but even I spotted it, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
it's so lucky that that roundabout, honestly about 50 metres when you come off the roundabout, there's a lay-by to pull into dead quick.
Yeah.
So it was like just a straight fucking get in. Yeah, that's weird that. Things like, if it was a misfire though, why would it misfire? Because it's brand new spark plugs, it's new coils, it's new leads. Well, I say new, I mean, it got 3,000 mile on them, 4,000 mile on them now, but that's not, do you know what I mean? It's not.
That's nothing, is it, really?
If it does say misfire, I might pull the spark plugs just in case, just to see what's cracking. Because we had that bad engine start as well, didn't we? I didn't mention that. We actually had a bad...
We did, didn't we?
I started the car up and it just... Like, it started up, don't get me wrong, but it just didn't...
It just didn't sound right, did it?
No, it sounded like an electric car starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, very odd. Obviously it's not ideal because... yeah, nothing. Very, very odd. Maybe that was just a... Do you know something? It could genuinely have been a weird electrical gremlin where like something just wasn't grounded right and it just shook as we came around a corner or something. I mean, there's a possibility, right?
Yeah.
But that was strange.
That was very strange.
Like, I'm going to hold my hand up here. Apart from the SSV, which obviously you guys have seen in, and I think it was like the third video on the channel, this car has been bulletproof since it came back. And that was really the only, like, example that of the car genuinely throwing a fault since I've had it back. But haven't been able to recreate it. So I think we'll get the code reader on, see what, because the chances are it'll be a stored grey code, just because of the time that we've left it. I'm hoping there's going to be a grey code there. It'll be like, I'm assuming it's going to say misfire, and obviously it's going to say cylinder. I know it's not cylinders, so it'll be like, oh, misfire on cylinder, blah, whatever. Yeah, that was very odd. Very odd. Yeah, it started fine.
Alright.
Yeah.
No lights on.
No lights, no nothing. But when we started it there, it really struggled to climb up the revs. Well, it's not found any engine codes. It'll be in pending codes if it's there. Let's have a look. Yeah, cylinder 2 misfire detected. P0, that's the rear rotor that I think, cylinder 2. So at this point, I was pretty out of my depth. I didn't really know what I was looking for. I tried checking in Versatune for the mass airflow sensor, the short fuel term trims, things that I've been told to keep an eye on, and I couldn't figure anything out. So it was time to call in the big dogs from Rotary Performance and hope that they can help us figure out what was actually going on. Well, after that phone call, we had just, wow, that hat makes my head look really big. But after that phone call with RRP, we have ordered, they've arrived, we've got the little spark plug tester things. So we're going to test the ignition coils and the spark plugs. First things first, so we've got to warm the car up and spin it round because It's parked against the wall, the side that we actually need. So I'm going to go spin the car around now and get to work. So we've got to get the car up in the air, we've got to get this wheel off because the spark plugs sit just behind the front passenger side wheel. So right in here where these red plugs are, that's what we need to get to and put the spark plug testers on. And then we'll see what spark we're getting. It's either that or there's a knock sensor. You can just barely see it. But there's a knock sensor there as well. That might be the issue. And there's the first tester on, second, and there's the third, and finally the fourth spark plug tester. Now I'm just double checking to make sure they're clicked in properly. And as you can see, that's all 4 spark plug sensors lit up. There doesn't seem to be a problem with the spark plugs or the ignition. Maybe it really was just an erroneous reading from the knock sensor. So yeah, it looks like everything's working fine. I guess we'll find out on the next drive if it's actually fixed or not, or if it's going to misfire again. So stay tuned, and hopefully we haven't got any problems. Like I say, it probably was just an erroneous reading from the knock sensor on the trailing iron that just caused it, but how strange. Sparks are fine, coils are fine, so let's send it and find out.